Hi Cougars. Next we're going to talk about the embouchure for the flute. When we open up the flute case, we're going to take out this part that's called the head joint. This is the part actually you play into. You'll see that it's not too long. It's got a cap on one end, and on the other end there's an open hole. And then on the top you'll see this little plate with a hole here. This is called the embouchure plate. And this is the hole that we're actually going to blow through in order to produce a sound. And we're not going to blow into it, we'll blow across it, and we'll talk about that in a second. Now, when you pick up the head joint, make sure that the left side has the end cap on it, and the right side has the actual hole. We never want to take off this end cap, so we want to leave that on. If you have it that way, left, end cap, right, hole, then you're holding it the proper way. You have it facing the correct way, where you have the most surface here on the plate. Now, in order to make a sound on the flute, beginning with the head joint, what we want to do is produce the correct embouchure. Now, the embouchure, as we've said before, is the collection of facial muscles with your lips and such in order to produce a sound. That's what we need, a correct embouchure. We'll put our lips together. It's nice and relaxed. And then we're going to first of all find the edge, the bottom edge of the hole with our bottom lip. So it might take a second to find it, but that edge of the bottom hole of the hole here, we want to find it with our bottom lip, and we want to put the edge right in the center of our bottom lip. Okay. Now once I find it, the embouchure consists of flattening the chin, something like we've seen before in the other instruments, corners of our mouth being firm, and then we're actually, when we produce an air stream, we're actually going to blow across the hole, not down into it. So we want to make sure this bottom, our chin down here, make sure our bottom jaw is brought even with our upper jaw, because most of us have a tiny overbite. And we're going to keep the corners firm and tiny hole, just like you're blowing into a straw. Okay, some people say that you want to produce a hole between your lips, like you're going we, to, or poo, we, to, or some people say poo. That tiny hole, that's what you're going to actually blow through. Find the center of your lip, bottom lip with the hole, and then we're going to blow straight across the hole, keeping these corners firm, and produce a tiny, straight air stream, like you're blowing through a straw. And we want to keep a steady air stream. We want the tone that we produce to be nice, even, and steady. That comes from steady air. Similar to the other instruments, especially brass instruments, we use our tongue in order to start the air stream. And what I'm doing is I'm placing my tongue above my two front teeth, inside of my jaw, and I'm going two. And when I do that, and let me get rid of I'm going to stop using my vocal cords. That air stream is what's producing a sound as we come straight across the hole here. Find the center of the bottom lip. Now I want you to practice that tonight and find the place where the head joint makes the best tone. Now you may find times when you're not getting a sound. Great thing to do when you're not finding a sound is to take the head joint and roll it out slowly or roll it in slowly while you're still blowing that air stream. And sooner or later you'll find where the head joint makes a tone. So if you're not getting a sound, Okay, continue to roll the flute out or in slowly while you continue to blow that straight air stream, and you should find it. Well, Cougars, practice that this weekend, and we will be working more on making a sound on the flute on Monday.